This video is a video of, we have a 58 custom shop Telecaster running into these 5 delay pedals, which are running into a Milkman sound creamer. Volumes at 2, bass and treble are at noon, reverb and trem are off. And really what I wanted to see is, I really like the Aqua Puss, but it gets a little muddy to me. If you're trying to do it with overdrive. With clean, Aqua Puss is great. Doing anything with overdrive, it gets muddy to me, and the delay time's not long enough. And you see the blends down real low. So this is a Mark II. So I wanted to see if any of these pedals, I have a few other pedals. See over on this other pedal board here, I have a Brigadier and a Timeline, and I have so many other delays somewhere else, pedals all over the place, Collider. I got a lot of stuff sitting up on the shelves. But really, what I want to do is put all of these in analog mode. Assume this is analog. I don't know if the Dispatch Master is analog. I bought it for the reverb, but the delay is actually pretty decent on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to, here's the Aqua Puss, and then we're just going to kind of compare everything to the Aqua Puss. So I'm just going to kind of play that riff. The DD3T, this is a new version. This is in the this doesn't have an analog mode, but I have it set as close as I can. Actually, the delay time's a little short. So, sorry, this kind of threw me off because I thought they were all set. But actually, I didn't like the DD3T very much, so I didn't really dial that one in. But anyways, if you listen, the Aqua Puss, kind of does like this modulation, dirty, hairy, beefy thing on the low end. The DD3T, DD3 is really bright. Not really a fan of this one for what I'm playing right now. If you're playing like rock stuff with a lot of drive, this one actually is pretty good. So now we get into stuff that is all kind of dialed in and sounds alike. So we'll go back to the Aqua Puss. Okay. DD7 analog mode. Back to the Aqua Puss. I'm trying to do a lot of stops in this just so we could hear the tail off. The delay time's a little bit off on that. Now we'll try this old Hardwire DL8. This has an analog mode. Analog mode is very sensitive in the time and the repeats and the level. Like the smallest turn of the knob will make a big difference. It's a little faster. This actually is really nice. These two I really like. They're both a little bit different, but I really like them. This one surprised me. I had this thing sitting around for years and just never used it. It's a little fast. But now it's going to be a little long. There you go. That's actually dialed in pretty good. These delays stay real clean, but have a nice little beefy low end to them. These get like distorted. Let's see what the dispatch master sounds like. It's a little quick. It's a little slow. What's interesting is it actually makes the tone of the guitar sound different. This one actually, you know, it makes the guitar sound a little bit dirty. Just want to dial this in a little more. Alright, now that they're all kind of dialed in, let's run through them. So here's the DD3. Just not even close. If you want an analog delay, DD3T is not it. DD7. Sounds pretty good. I would say the DD7 is a little bit warmer than the Digitech. Again, this is a little brighter and cleaner. So super bright, super clean, sterile. The next brightest, I would say this is third in the brightness, kind of in the middle, but it has a different mid-range and it has a lot more low end to it, but it's still brighter. This gets darker and this is dark and murky. Yeah, I bought the Dispatch Master for the reverb, like I said, but it has a usable delay in it, which is pretty nice. And remember, in the DD7, you're getting a whole bunch of other delays and options and tempos. In the hardware, you get a lot of stuff in it that's really small for me to read, so I don't really know what it says in here, but you're getting all the different delay options. These two pedals are great. If you want a simple slapback, real simple pedal board, Aqua Puss is hard to beat, I think, if you're doing clean stuff. Once you start doing drive, you got to get into one of these. If you want one that does reverb and delay, this does just fine. It's not great, but it does just fine. It's not great for the slapback, but it does well for everything else. And if you want something super bright, you got to go with one of those. There's a place for all of it. The Brigadier, the timeline's too much to test. The Brigadier would be interesting to now test against these three. That's something I might do. I don't feel like taking it off that board and putting it on this one though.